Dude, I was thinking about this, not to keep talking about Overwatch while I'm playing Fortnite, but I was thinking about this. If you are a new player to Overwatch, it's got to be like the worst thing ever to try to get into. Like, probably, okay, let me take that back a little bit. Probably not the worst thing ever, because there's like World of Warcraft or like a lot of other games. Civ probably isn't the greatest, the most fun thing to try to get into, but of the games that I am routinely playing, it's probably like awful to try to get into, because when I started playing, like right when I think I started playing like maybe a month after the game came out, there were not that many heroes. There were like 12, maybe 15, somewhere along that line. And there were just heroes. There were not perks. Like, trying to get into the game now, you would have to learn like a bajillion heroes, and then also all of their perk combinations and what they do, and then also the maps, and then also like you can't just learn the heroes. You have to be aware of like the metas. You have to know what dive is. You have to know what an anti-dive comp is, because people, if you try to play competitive, they'll be like, oh, we gotta go dive, man. We gotta dive them. And you're like, what is dive? And they're like, oh, you gotta go get them. And you're like, what does that mean? And they're like, oh, play Genji and just like go get them. Go play some Tracer. And it's like, okay. But you have to be familiar with that, which I guess that's like any game, really. But if you were to get into like Counter-Strike right now, like today, you never played Counter-Strike before, there's not as much to learn, man. Like, you got to know the maps and you got to know the call-outs. But the guns, I feel like you just grab one and, well, I guess you have to learn the spray patterns, but you're not in like a world-ending situation if you don't know the spray patterns, because, I mean, if you're hopping on Counter-Strike for the first time, you're not going into Premier. You're going into you're not going into a ranked mode. You're playing the game and you're learning the necessary like components of the game to go into a competitive ranked mode. But I know Overwatch also has those safeguards where it's like, oh, you got to play quick play and stuff. But I feel like by the time you unlock competitive in Overwatch, you have not learned all the things that need to be known. There's just too much, and I don't really think there's anything they could do about that, besides just make it impossible to play comp. Like, it would have to be like crazy. It would have to be something like win a match on every character, which sounds like the worst thing ever. But I don't know, man. They got to do something, because for somebody who's trying to get into the game, honestly, mystery heroes is like a good mode to get into the game. But beyond that, I have no other suggestions for you, unfortunately. Just like grind mystery heroes until you're at least base level familiar with all the heroes, and then I don't know. Go for it, I guess. Oh crap. Wait, come in the building, please. This is what I need. Hello? Okay, maybe that was not what I needed. How did I feel like I shot him square in the face? I'm gonna watch the video on that one. I feel like I shot him square in the face and did 60 damage. Which, with my legendary pump shotgun, I feel like it does more than that. I feel like it does a lot more than that. What do I know? I guess I haven't been on the grind like that. Haven't been tapped in at all. This past week, I ordered my groceries, right? But I've been like in the trenches this week. So I had my groceries delivered, and I forgot. I've been eating these Greek yogurts with my breakfast to just add a little bit of something to my breakfast, because there are some days where by the time I have lunch, I'm like starving. So I'm thinking, oh, I should probably eat some more with breakfast, right? So I've been eating these Greek yogurts, and I ordered them on the grocery delivery, and I went to put my groceries away, and there was one Greek yogurt in the bag, and I was like, what? Did they only give me one? So I went to look at my receipt. I only bought one. I only bought one Greek yogurt. What am I doing with one yogurt, man? Dude, I just forgot to hit the stupid button to change the number from 1 to like 7 or 8, maybe, perhaps, if I'm if I'm feeling famished and would like a snack, you know the vibe, probably. I mean, if you're a real person, you probably know what it is like to eat a snack, I would hope. But yeah, I was so sad. So sad for the one yogurt. So now I'm rationing them because I had a couple extras from this past week. So I've set them aside for certain days because there's certain days where my lunch happens later than others. And I need to be able to get to lunch. Which, speaking of, I had lunch already. For reference, it is 1:54 p.m. at this exact moment. I had lunch already. I'm kind of hungry. And I don't have a yogurt to just go eat because I didn't buy enough yogurts, man. I'll go find something. Have some more vegetables, maybe. Have some grape tomatoes? Something fire? I don't know. I have some tortillas. I could go eat some tortillas. The devious snack tortilla. Let's go to... I don't really know if I want to go to Riptides again. I feel like I'm going to just get got by somebody who's insane. Let's go to Bumpy Bay. This could be fun. Something about... I think I've talked about this already before, but something about the way the map is laid out, this chapter, it feels so small. I think maybe it's because there's just so many POIs and there's so much stuff, maybe? I just feel like there's never a moment where I'm running around and just like going from point A to point B, which is a good thing. Because I don't really want to be hopping on the game and playing the walking simulator, but I feel like it might be a little too much. I feel like there needs to be a little bit of traversing in the video game. Because otherwise you're just always somewhere, always looting. And I don't know. I feel like it's a little much. But maybe I am in the minority with that opinion. But who knows? I mean, I could know. I could be the one who's knowing if you told me your opinions in the comments. But then you would have to leave a comment. Also, you would have to play the game, which I don't know how many of you who are watching actually, like, play the game or are just, like, watching the video. Which is something I was thinking about this week, because sometimes I feel like I start ranting about the state of the game or the state of, like, another game while playing a game, and I don't know that this is, like, a thing that y'all care about, because I'm not convinced that the demographic of people who are watching the game also play the game. Because I know that personally, if I'm watching somebody play a game, if they're talking about only the game, like, I'll just go play the game, man. I don't need you to tell me about the game. But because this genre of video that you're watching at this exact moment, in my mind, is kind of like you can watch it while eating some, like, breakfast when your brain's not fully awake, or if you need something just kind of in the background that you could listen to if you wanted to be distracted for a second, but also, like, you don't really need to lock in on. It's just kind of there. That's the kind of vibe I feel like this kind of video has. But the problem with that is, like, if I start talking about stuff nobody cares about, it doesn't matter anymore, because let me tell you, you're not watching this for the gameplay. This is not pro tier gameplay. But yeah, I don't know if ranting about the video game is like, oh, I don't really care about the video game, man. Just like, I don't know. Leave your thoughts. Give me your thoughts. I'll take some thoughts. I like thoughts. Give me some opinions. I'm not saying I'm going to listen to them or do anything in regards to them, but I'll read the comment. I read the comments. They're there. It's always funny when I open the little analytics tab and it's like, somebody left a comment. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then it's like nonsense. And I'm like, oh, okay. Although, honestly, I think those are more funny than the ones where it's like, wow, this is a great video. Like, thank you. I appreciate it. But I think the ones where people are just like hating are kind of funny. Because it's like, wow, I somehow upset you enough to where you felt the need to put a comment on the video and take time out of your day to do that. Like, that's kind of funny. Because I always feel like it's the dumbest things too. It's never something real where it's like, oh, that's kind of valid. Like, maybe I said something kind of weird or like stupid. It's always like the dumbest thing. It's like, oh, this is too long of a short. So like, okay, sick, man. I mean, you didn't need to watch it. Nobody told you you had to watch it. In fact, you're the one who watched all of it. Like, what are we doing? Like, sure, I've watched it a few times, but not really because I'm like, wow, this is a masterpiece. It's just because, like, I had to edit it, man. I had to edit it together, and then I was like, by the time I edited it all, I've probably watched it, like, 4 or 5 times. But, I don't know, I think it's kind of funny. Let's go up the zip line. Wow, use an ascender or zip line in different matches. What a quest. Oh, okay. I was going to say I'm so glad I completed the quest, but I have not completed the quest. I got to play 7 more matches, man, which is not happening right now. Not at all. Let's take this. Harvesting and destroying structures gives gold. Do I need gold? I don't really know what I would be buying with this gold. No loot. Okay, don't go through the window. I didn't need to go through the window. Let me not jump off the 500-foot drop. That seems like a bad idea, in my professional opinion. Or my semi-unprofessional opinion. After just going on the whole rant about how this is not professional gameplay. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. You know, all you need to do to be a professional is make some money. I didn't say I was like a pro esports player. I just said I wasn't a professional at the game. If I made $1 at the Fortnite for like this video, that's pro. That's pro status, man. They're calling me a pro gamer. Actually, they're probably actually be saying pro YouTuber, but you know what? That's pretty close to the same thing, I'm thinking. Wow, you see those maneuvers I just put on that guy? That was completely intentional. That was pure. That was the pure pro gamer instinct kicking in right there. I gotta met up in the video game. Does this... I don't know if this heals health. Let's see. I'm thinking no. Okay. Well, that was a fun experiment. I'm glad we did that. Oh, and another bush to replenish the lost armor. Oh, there's 2 of them. They're just putting these everywhere now, aren't they? Ah, fucking hell. That was cool. I was literally... No, that's not the button I wanted to press. Okay. I was literally thinking, wow, what if I got shot at right now while I'm having to stand still and use this bush? And then that's exactly what happened. What would you know? Luckily, that was exactly 25 damage on my shield down. So that well, 75. So I get to use 1 mini and then be chillin'. Oh, and some mushroom. How many shield mushrooms is this? This is a weird number of mushrooms. I think there's some that spawn up here, though, if I remember correctly. So maybe I'll be chilling again. Why are there so many bushes? So could I find, like, a med kit or something? This isn't really what I wanted. Any meds? Any meds? Hello. Hello, apple. Actually, thinking about it, there were probably, like, foods on that table. Like, just for, like, 4 healing. What is that? Who was waking up and they're like, yeah, I need 4 healing right now. Oh, wait. Did that do more? Was that, like, healing over time? That might have been healing over time. Ah, there were no foods. No foods in the video game. Not unlimited foods. So limited foods. But, you know, sometimes that's just how it is. I had the realization right before I started recording that I was going to try to make the thumbnail before going to what I need to go to later for this video because I'm dropping one of these tomorrow as of like, not tomorrow when you're seeing it, but tomorrow as in like the all-knowing tomorrow as I'm living right now. So like today's Sunday, tomorrow is Monday. So I'm like planning on dropping one on a Monday, right? Where was I going with that? Oh, so the thumbnail is going to be like terrible because the lighting is not right now. It's like the sun is coming right on the side of my face, but I'm going to figure it out and I'm going to go try to figure out how the hell I'm going to do that right now. I'll see you later. Adios, gang. Like and subscribe if you're a real one. See you later. Adios.